What's good, YouTube? Today, I got a nice little video topic that I've been thinking about, and it affects my life, it affects y'all life, and our choices and decisions. So, stick with me and find out the top five conflicts between God and money. Let's get into it. We already know Jesus said you can't serve two masters. You can't serve both God and money, or you will hate one and love the other. So that's just how it works. And I'm not necessarily saying hate money, but don't have money as your master. That's point number one. People be too loyal to the money and not loyal enough to God. And because they're not, that goes into my next point. Because they're not loyal to God, they often compromise values and morals in order to get what they want, whether that's lying, cheating, stealing, murdering, whatever. They'll do anything for the bread. And I get it. We do need money to survive and live this life, but at what cost of getting it? We all see the celebrities. We know the stories. We've heard the stories. People want to cause conspiracy theorists and all that, but we know what's up. You got all that money, you got all the bread, you got all the fame, you got all this access, but at what cost? Your soul is gone. So that's what it can come down to. That's step number two: moral and unethical compromise. You compromising your very soul just for the bread, just for the bag. You hear people talk about all the time, I'm chasing the bag. Well, you chasing the bag, then the bag is running from you. I didn't say it. You chasing the bag, then the bag is running from you. Because if you chasing, it's running away. And that's just that. Number three, it provides a false sense of security. A great example of this is when it was 2020 and COVID happened. Millionaires, billionaires, you had all the money, you had all the access, but you still can't save a life. It was NBA players, football players, family members, not even just on that scale, but we're talking about money here, right? So people with large amounts of money who had family members die during COVID, the money can't save you. It can't. It's not even a real thing. Money is an idea. That's what I learned from Dr. Monroe, Miles Monroe. Money is an idea. You have an idea, you can make money from it. It's currency. It's called currency for a reason because it's supposed to keep on flowing. Once it stops, it's stagnant and it's done. That's where you get lack because people try to stop the currency from flowing. And once you stop the currency from flowing, then proceeds lack because now people are scared that they don't have enough resources. That's where fear comes in, which we shouldn't have anyways. So that's what I'm learning. Like right now, that's why I'm making this video because right now I'm having the internal struggle between finances and serving God. I think a lot of people run from God because they think they'll be broke if they do serve him. But if you look in the Bible, you have people like Abraham, people like Lot. Obviously, you got half of Abraham, but Lot, Solomon, David. People was rich, but they knew where the riches came from and who was the main provider of the resources in the first place. The number one mistake is thinking that you own it. Yeah, I said it. The problem is thinking that you own it. You don't own nothing. You just the steward of the money. He provides. That's a number one mistake too. That this generation is um struggling with. Who's the provider? The Lord is the provider. And under the Lord is people. And you just manage his resources, his opportunities that he gives you. You got a man and a woman, a husband and a wife. The husband leaves his wife, and that's just how it goes. But show me where it says men are providers. Yes, they provide certain things. Women provide certain things, but the ultimate provider is Jesus, God, the Lord. That's just how that is. That's how it always was and was supposed to be. You don't see even the beginning, before even Adam was there, he created all this stuff, providing already, and then provided Adam to provide protection and tendership to the earth. So he provided everything. That's what he does. That's his name. I forgot which one it is, but provider is Jireh. Jehovah Jireh, that's his name. God provides. That's what he does. So another thing, which I also can attest to, believe this is three, is distraction from your purpose and calling. A lot of us, we get hung up on the money. Like I said, chasing the bag. I need this whip. I need that whip. If I had the money, I can get this girl or whatever. But you chasing the bag, then you running from purpose. Oh, that's tough. If you chasing the bag, then you running from purpose. A lot of us, like I said, think that if you chase after God, that you'll be broke. And I'm not saying you'll be the richest man alive or the richest woman alive either, but I am saying that He'll supply all your needs. Philippians 4:19, and my God shall supply all your needs according to His riches in Christ Jesus. That's the one that somebody told me. I was literally at the bank the other day. I could have went to three different banks, which is crazy. I went to this one bank. As soon as I got out the car, bro, closed the door. This black lady, she was like, "Can I tell you something?" I'm pretty sure you heard this a lot of times, right? As this is like a cliche saying, right? I was like, "Huh, like what is it?" I thought she was gonna compare me like how I look to somebody else. It was way off. This is what she said. She was like, "The Lord provides, or the Lord will provide all my needs." Right? I'm paraphrasing. She pretty much said that though, and I'm like, wow, like, cause I've been stressing, right? How I'm gonna pay this? How I'm gonna pay that? I got a lot of money to pay, coming up this month. I'm like, where's it gonna come from? I'm not working enough at work. I'm still trying to figure out my purpose in a way. And I'm like, that's crazy. Like it was like an on time word. Because like I said, I'm in this too. So I'm thinking like what am I gonna do? All of this. And I get that word, bro, and I'm like, wow, that's super encouraging. And I really like did like a little study on that and all that. And I'm like, man, my God provides all my needs. Ain't nothing to worry about. And that goes back to the security thing that I was talking about. Because if you are who you are with the money, take the money away, and who are you? That's the problem. It's an identity issue. It's a trust issue. It's a fear issue. Take the money away, and who are you? You hear people talk about it all the time. Money don't save a lane in world terms or whatever, right? If you a lane with the money, or if you a lane before the money, you a lane with the money. If you ain't got no gain before the money, you ain't got no gain with the money. That's just how it is. Because money is not identity. Money amplifies who you believe you are already. If you generous, you'll be more generous. If you stingy, you'll be more stingy. If you evil already, you'll do more evil things when you get the bread. So that's why it's not about the money, it's about your heart towards the money. That's why I say what does it say? The love of money is evil. It's the love of money, not having the money. Having the money is having the money. Having the money is just a resource. It depends what you do with the money, just like anything else. That goes into my last point: idolatry and identity crisis. Like I said, take the money away, and who are you? That's the question y'all got to answer. And the crazy thing too is like I've like learned this stuff. Like it's not about the money because we don't care about the paper. We care about what the paper and the money can do. We care about the feeling that it gives us. The feeling of, oh, I just bought this car, now I'm gonna flex on somebody, or I bought this car that I wanted, and because you want it is not a bad thing. Don't get me wrong, but it's usually the evil intentions behind the things, and sometimes it's not. It's just I want money so I can go on vacation for my family. That's not a bad thing to have. But what I'm saying is, it's not about the money. It's about the feeling or the illusion or the thing that it allows us to do with the money. That's what it's about. And like I said, you gotta know whose you is or whose you are. Like, think about it. Money, manna. When Israel was in the wilderness, what did they have? They was in the wilderness. They was in a dry place, a dry season. And what happened? God provided rain, not rain, but manna from heaven. Manna, money, he provided in a desert. It's another story. I think it's Elijah, where he gets sent to a widow, and it's a drought during the season. And the God tells Elijah, go to this widow, and then he goes to the widow. And I'm paraphrasing because I kind of like certain parts of the story. So he gets to the widow, and he says, "Bake me a cake, but let me eat first." So she like, all right, whatever. She used her last bit. I think it's last bit of oil. It's either oil or flour. Use her last bit to make them a cake. Before that, she said, "Let me make my child a cake and we'll die." He said, "You make this for me, you won't die." He said, "Make the cake and let me eat first." So he ate his, and after that, they ate, and it just kept overflowing and kept on overflowing supernaturally, and not just an act of obedience. It was on her last that she gave that kept everything going. What else is crazy is another story in the New Testament where a lady gave her last. It was like offering. She gave her last. And you got other people who's like rich and stuff, right? And Jesus, he was like, her sacrifice or her offering was way more because she gave from what she had left. And by left, I mean that was her last. Not, I'll give you 200,000 and I'm making a million. Not that type of last. It was, if I give you this, I am broke today. That type of last. And he said, "Behold, this lady has given more than everybody here." So, with all this being said, these are the 5 conflicts that we have as people between God and money. And I think I mentioned it too, that a deep thing, I feel like we don't say it, but inside we know that if we chase, or people following God, I should say, if we chase after money, that will go away from God. And I feel like that's a feeling or a heart posture that needs to be worked on, because God wants us to have money. He wants us to build the kingdom and to expand and do what He wants us to do, and we can't do that without finances. So, with all that being said, money is not evil. It's the heart that needs to be worked on. So, this video helps you guys in any way, then like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch y'all in the next video.